Hello, BookTube. I don't know if this angle is going to work for filming. this is. I realized as I was digging it out, this is the most inaccessible corner of this entire little book room, and it's got Penguin Classics in it. So something needs to change here. I think I know what it is. It's a tremendous amount of work, but I have muscular teenagers for that. But I don't know if this is going to work. I'll do it. We'll go through these books, and then if it doesn't look good, I'll find a way to make it look good, and I'll do it again. So we're gonna continue with the Penguin bookshelf tour, and this is the bottom bookshelf in the corner behind another bookcase. It was piled high with crap, so I'm grateful in one sense because this gave me the perfect reason to devote half an hour to getting rid of that crap. In a room this size, that is meant to be my man cave, my nerve center, my everything, there can't be any crap. So everything's got to pull its weight. So I was able to go at this corner with a vengeance, and that felt great. But I don't know if you can actually see me. So let's go through the books that are jam-packed down here. Good Lord. Ugh. Okay, first one is Kate Douglas Wiggin, Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm. A trade paperback of the immortal children's classic, Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm. What's this next one? Guy Boothby's Prince of Swindlers. Lovely trade paperback Penguin. Don't think I read it. I think I got it from Penguin and just never read it. I'm trying to get a sense of why these books are down here. Let's see, though. The Corral of Tiruvalluvar. What is this, even? The greatest poet of classical Tamil literature, who probably lived and wrote between the 2nd century BC and the 8th century AD, though his dates have not been conclusively established. Well, no, if they fall within 1,000 years, then they haven't been. The work by which he is known, the Chorale, comprises 1,330 couplets and is divided into 3 sections: virtue, wealth, and love. All based on the Hindu tradition. Okay, I have this, but I have not read it. And, of course, buried behind a pile of crap down here in the darkest corner of the room, I don't think I would have ever been tempted to read it either. Because these... I'm not in any position to say so with this bottom shelf, but this bookcase is the only one where I do the thing that so many of you have described in your videos, where you walk over to the bookcase and just sort of daydream the books, where you pull some down, you stand there reading, you go to it for comfort, for solace, for wisdom. This is the only bookshelf where I regularly do that. All the other books are sort of privates in the army. They have to do things for me. But a shelf down here like this is not admissible to that sort of treatment. So I'm not sure there should be penguins down here is what I'm saying. I'm thinking maybe I should take some other kind of book and put it down here and free up a shelf up on eye level for these books. But anyway, let's continue with what we have here. This is, okay, a lovely copy of Death of a Salesman by Arthur Miller. The 20th century's most overrated play. Is it the most overrated play of the 20th century? I guess in order to know whether or not it's the most overrated play of the 20th century, I would have to know the exact publication date of The Importance of Being Earnest. It would kill you people to read only Irish playwrights, I ask you. And don't say Oscar Wilde was Irish. Oh, anyway. Oh, okay. All right. This one it's a Penguin, but it's not a Penguin classic. This is just Hotel du Lac by Anita Bruckner. Nothing just about it. I think it's her best book, but it shouldn't be down here. In fact, I'm not gonna even put it back. I'm gonna put it on a different shelf. It's just contemporary fiction. It belongs in a completely different room, much less a different shelf. Let's see here. Oh boy, Around the World in 72 Days and Other Writings by Nellie Bly, the great intrepid reporter, Nellie Bly. This is a collection of her stuff. I remember when this came out. I wonder if it still has the pub sheet in it. Dust down on these shelves. Can you imagine? Dust on a Penguin classic. I have to do something about this. But I don't... This is in 1885, Elizabeth Jane Cochran, pen name Nellie Bly, was hired as one of the first female journalists after writing a scathing rebuttal to a misogynist newspaper in the Pittsburgh Dispatch. It's always Pittsburgh. Nothing but trouble. The newspaper's editor was so taken aback by Bly's incendiary prose that he posted an ad asking the article's author to come work for him. And this is, she has a really snappy prose style. This is a very welcome collection of her stuff. Let's see here. Oh, okay. This is a seminal horror author, Ray Russell. This is The Case Against Satan, and I don't know what else is in here. Probably nothing, actually, now that I think about it. This probably just has a really long and worshipful introduction. Oh, no, it's a short and worshipful introduction, and then just a bunch of classic seminal horror stories. What's next here? Oh, okay. More of the... more seminal supernatural horror. This is Thomas Ligotti. I knew I had a volume of him somewhere. This was from when? Don't even know. 2015. Before us, BookTube. before we knew each other. Horror fiction just has never done it for me at all. But I've liked both these authors occasionally. I got these things, and here they are down here. What's next? Oh, okay, this is more Arthur Miller. This is the beautiful Penguin Classic Deluxe edition of his collected essays. And those of you who remember, Penguin Classic Deluxe also came out with an unbelievably gorgeous, gigantic volume of his collected plays. Just a beautiful thing. It broke my heart to give it up, but I realized right away, not only it's huge, so it would take up a huge amount of shelf space, and I don't like his plays. I think if you're going to write a novel, then write a novel. If you're going to write a play, then don't describe how every character twitches every nose hair, or you're writing a novel. But one way or another, his essays I really liked. I was glad to have them collected. But I don't think we're going to find the collected dramas of Arthur Miller down here. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. Okay, did we actually see this on this channel? Are we getting to about the time when we would have seen this? November of 2016. This is the Penguin Classic Deluxe edition of Lord of the Flies. Look at that cover, huh? And of course, the back cover is pig's head. I thought this was so lovely. What it's doing down here in this benighted corner, I have no idea. Okay, another Penguin Classic Deluxe edition. This time of Alice in Wonderland, a book that is beloved on BookTube. I've never liked it at all. It's so ham-handed, but even so, it's a lovely Penguin Classic Deluxe edition. Probably has tons of illustrations. Yeah, it does. And the deckled edges and the French flaps and the new introduction. It should be up on the very top shelf is where most of the Penguin Classic Deluxe editions are. That's where it should be. Sorry, the camera's bobbing up and down. Frida is bouncing up and down on the bed. What's this? Next one is huge. Oh, I bet I know what this... Oh, right. This is The Mysteries of Paris. These Penny Dreadful Paris thriller installments that came out in the Penny Press, or Penguin had the inspired idea to bring them all together into one gigantic book. And this actually got some write-ups. Yeah, I put one in here actually. You got a write-up from Peter Brooks in the New York Review of Books. When was this? In December of 2015. So I don't think there's a pub sheet in here. Oh no, there is one. Yeah, there is one. Yeah, this came out in December of 2015. Wow. Oh my. What's this next one? Oh no! Oh no! It's the Penguin Classic Deluxe edition of Swan's Way. This is the very first. Wow. Okay. I have somewhere. I think we saw it. I have a Penguin of this that isn't a Penguin Classic. That isn't a Penguin Classic Deluxe edition. These deluxe editions should not be down here. They should be up on the top shelf where all the other Penguin Classic Deluxe editions are. There's another deluxe edition if I missed my guess. Yes, look at that. Okay, this is lovely. This is the African trilogy of Chinua Achebe. Beautiful, beautiful Penguin Classic Deluxe edition. Ought not to be. There's the author. Look at that. The author not ought to be down here. I'll have to fix this. We'll. Okay. All right. A forgotten English classic. This is Poet's Pub, Eric Linklater. For malt does more than Milton can to justify God's ways to man. Pint of Guinness was saying that. Oh my God, what's that doing down here? Okay, all right, more horror fiction. This is Charles Beaumont, more foundational horror fiction. Can't be that's why they're all done. Oh, here's more Ray Russell, more horror fiction. Different volume, ought to be next to his, right? There's no organization here at all. This is not like the rest of the Penguins. I don't know what's going on here. Then Chinese mythology. Classics of the Mountains and Seas. Look at that. This major source of Chinese mythology, 3rd century BC to 2nd century AD, brings together a treasure trove of rare data, colorful fiction about the mythological figures, rituals, medicine, natural history, and ethnic peoples of the ancient world. In a translation by Anne Barrell. Just stuck down in the corner here. Something I might actually like to read. It's stuck down in the corner here. Oh, all right. And this is a Penguin collection from 2017. Penguin, they reprint classics, but they also make collections of their own. This is a collection of fairy tales and folk tales about animals, Beauty and the Beast, from all around the world. Yes, from all around the world. Great, fantastic. So that is this bottom benighted shelf, dark in a corner, down at the bottom, even below the Penguin Classic basement. No idea. I'm gonna leave this stack of books aside. I'm not gonna put these back on the shelf because I want to repatriate some of these and make sense of what they're doing here. And I won't do that if they're on the shelf. I won't do that. So I'll just leave them. I'll leave them separate. And that is the rather uncinematic version of our continuing with the Penguins. We just did a horrible mishmash shelf that shouldn't exist in this room. Every book should be easily visible. I'm gonna have to figure something out. I think I know what something is, right? You can see behind me. Just look behind me at all those transverse penguins. They're all blocking penguins. The obvious answer here to this messy shelf and to all those transverse penguins is to clean out a shelf of other books and just expand the Penguin shelf by a whole bookcase. That might be painful, but that's the way to go here. but anyway, I won't do that until we're finished with this whole corner here. So I'll wrap this up for now, and then we'll resume. Thank you, BookTube.